Well, here I am again. This is Bruce, and I'm talking to you a little bit about the cost of operating swimming pools and landscape kinds of things. We'll start with swimming pools. Swimming pools have kind of a reputation of being a very costly item to add to your house from a maintenance standpoint. People think that they're going to have a very high electric bill. They think they're going to have a very high gas bill. They think they're going to be adding water all the time, and what's such a pain. And they think they're going to have to be adding chemicals all the time. Well, they're right. They are going to be have to do all those things. However, it's just not as hard as it used to be. Let me talk to you just a little bit about the cost factor involved in, say, an old pool compared to a new pool. We do a lot of remodels where we take an old swimming pool and we update it. In some cases, we'll tear out a small spa that's attached to a pool, make it a shamu shelf, and add a big spa. The big spa that we add, because of the equipment and the plumbing and the way we put it together, will end up costing less to operate than the little spa that they had before. And you say, now, how can that be? It's got more water, it's bigger. How can that cost less? It's because of the equipment. The pumps that we use are now very efficient, variable speed pumps. That's kind of, if you think of a rheostat well, think of your switch on your wall that has a dimmer on it. You turn the dimmer and you turn it up or turn it down. The light gets brighter, the light gets less. The reason that it's getting brighter or less is for the amount of electricity you're putting into that light bulb. It's the same thing with our highly advanced new pumps. The pumps, in fact, they're not only advanced, but the state of California, for one, and I imagine the other states that will be following, or many have followed already, require this pump to be used if we are replacing an existing pump from a swimming pool, or if we're doing a new pool or spa for a new addition. So what the variable speed pump does, it's like that rheostat. It starts at 0, use and goes up to 3 horsepower. So on a daily basis, while you're doing your filtration, you can have it shut down to maybe 1/4 of a horsepower, or your service technician, or if you're having us build your project for you, we'll show you what it should be set at. And to give you the example again of before and after, before they were filtering their pool and their spa with a 2 horsepower pump. And it's an old, inefficient 2 horsepower pump. We're doing it with 1/3 of a horsepower. And so that shows you how you can cut down the cost of operating your pool. The other thing people talk about is, what about heating it? Isn't that going to cost a lot of money to heat the pool? I recently put I put a spa, and I said, cost of heating your pool. Yeah, you really don't heat the pool. I may have spoken wrong there, because usually when you heat the spa, not the pool. And I have a story about a recent customer that had a fiberglass spa that was electric. Well, it had an electric heater. And their bill, he said that their electric bill was a couple of $100 just to keep that thing hot, because it uses a little bit of electricity to keep it hot all the time. When we build a new pool or a spa and we put the spa in, you just heat that spa up as you want to use it. I recommend, when you go to heat it up, set your heater on about 90 degrees. It'll probably take, maybe a half an hour or so to heat your spa. And then get in the spa, feel comfortable with it, use your remote control, and you can raise it up 1 degree at a time to get to whatever temperatures you like. We find that starting with that 90 degrees is just a healthy way to transition into the spa. Other things that you can do for your pool is to use the new kind of lighting for your pool. We don't use the old regular light bulbs like there used to be in pools. There are new, very efficient light bulbs that use just a small fraction of the energy, and they can change colors. I mean, it's amazing. You can just get them to dance in your swimming pool. Not only are they available, or not the exact same light, but the same kind of technology is also available for your landscaping and can be controlled from your same remote control. And so we like to do, when we're doing landscaping and we do columns with nice big lights on top of them, that are at the gate on the side of your house by your garage when you go into the backyard. They'll put two nice columns up and two big lights on top of them. We like to do those lights with low voltage. That way, for instance, at my house, I leave them on all night so that I have that security and they hardly cost me anything. So knowing how to use technology to your advantage in our industry is really good, and it allows us to be able to, with a swimming pool and even with the new salt systems in the swimming pool, you don't even have to worry much about the chemicals anymore. You still have to think about it, but everything is so greatly reduced and so efficient, and all of that brings the cost of operation down. What I'd like to have you do, though, is sit down and talk to one of our designers so that they can help you to understand each one of these features that might work for your project and what you have in mind. So let us talk to you, let us help you, and I look forward to talking to you at our next session.